Good evening, welcome to Valley Stadium. I'm Alex Worth alongside my color commentators, Britton Morrow and Johnny Reynolds. We are excited to bring you a very much anticipated matchup between the Ankeny Hawks and the Valley Tigers from Valley Stadium.
Yeah, it's a huge game. The Tigers hosting Ankeny, who's a really good team, coming off a 4-game win streak. Valley been playing really well as of late, won 2 out of the last 3. Could have beat Waukee Northwest 2 weeks ago as well. We'll see if they can translate that hot play onto the field here today.
Valley in the RPI rankings at the 20 spot. They're just looking into the playoffs. We'll see if they can get in. This is a huge game for them.
I think if Valley wants any chance of getting into the sub-state or the playoffs, they are going to need to win this game. It will be next to impossible for them to make it as a 3-6 team.
Absolutely. Mindset, I think, is a huge factor for both teams coming in. You know, if you're Ankeny, you can't look at Valley as a regular 2-5 team, right? I mean, they're a pretty good football team who's competed with the best teams in the state. And if you're Valley, you know, you can't look ahead to the playoffs because if you lose this, you have no chance. Just got to focus on one game at a time.
Yeah, Valley coming off a strong win last week against Waterloo West, beating them 49-0. Running backs Damon Head and Darius Mason had exciting weeks, combining for 4 touchdowns and over 175 yards total.
Yeah, as you said, with the win, big confidence booster going into this game. But also that Northwest game, despite the loss, that was a positive outcome against a very good Northwest team. So hopefully they can carry that with them and get a good result today.
Going back to that point, Alex, about the run game. You know, over the last 3 games, Darius Mason's averaged over 10 yards per carry. Damon Head just under 10 yards. It's been very efficient recently, which takes the pressure off Drake DeGroot. They got to keep that going today.
I think that's also something where we've seen Drake DeGroot, the sophomore quarterback, really expand and make some good plays. In his earlier starts, you could tell that they were a little nervous with him, didn't want him taking too many deep shots downfield. But going against Northwest, they were taking shots downfield, which is something very uncharacteristic to this Valley offense, even over the past few years.
And all aspects of the offense, I think, has really been playing well recently. You know, because we talked about that run game. Drake DeGroot settled in. The O-line stopped making some silly mistakes, and they've really locked in over the last 3 weeks. But they'll be playing a great defense here today.
Now with this Ankeny team, they're a very strong side with the win over Johnston as Valley Tigers fell short against them. And came off a good win against Iowa City Liberty and Prairie.
Yeah, Ankeny, they have a very strong run game. Last week against Iowa City Liberty, they won 40-21, and their running back, Hanks, had 21 carries, 243 yards with 3 touchdowns. So watch out for Caden Hanks, the junior running back.
That's a huge thing to watch because Caden Hanks and Daniel Laramie, the sophomore, they've been essentially a 50-50 split in the backfield this whole season, but last week, Hanks had 21 carries to Laramie's 5, which was very uncharacteristic. We'll see if they lean more on Hanks or go back to that split today.
Look for the Tigers to really stack the box this game because they need to defend that run. Last week, Ankeny only had 3 receivers with catches, and 6 of those were to their junior wide receiver, Evan Erlmeyer, who had 6 receptions, 96 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So look for them to maybe put 7-8 guys in the box.
I think the main thing I saw from the Northwest Valley game was Valley could not stop the run, and that's how they lost the game. Today is a day to prove that they can get some good run-stop defense.
So now at the start of the game, the Tigers will kick off. Rico Alvarenga, the kickoff specialist for the Tigers. He actually does all of the kicking, the punting, PATs, field goals, and kickoffs.
17 out of 17 on PATs this year, so hasn't missed.
He's been very good on kickoffs, too, racking up quite a few touchbacks. Ankeny will have 2 men back to return. Alvarenga gets the kick. It's a line drive, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. That'll put the Hawks at their own 20-yard line. Not much wind right now. It was definitely very windy early on. There's maybe a slight breeze here, so might not be too harsh on the kickers.
Yeah, and it's an Ankeny team who you know, they like to have a healthy balance of the run and pass game. So, you know, as the wind dies down, you'd expect them to get to that.
So now quarterback Luke Anderson, the junior, will bring out his offense. 3 wide receivers outright. Ball on the left hash mark. Hanks is in the backfield with Anderson. Man in motion outright. Screen pass out right side. Met quickly for a loss of 4. He got Erlmeyer there, but all over that play was who else but Aiden Price.
Yeah, and Ankeny has to get senior receiver Devin Akers the ball. He's led the team in yards this year, but had 0 catches last week.
So now 2nd down and 14. 3 wide receivers out left. Shotgun formation. Man motioning towards the right. Anderson will keep it, drop back to his right. He throws it, and it's caught at the 28-yard line. That is Devin Akers, the guy you were just talking about, Britton.
Yeah, I mean, a monster game could be on the cards for him. You definitely want to bounce back after a, you know, lackluster performance last week.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 1 at the 29-yard line. Ankeny making some last-minute substitutions, it looks like. Formation change. 2 wide receivers out right, 1 out left. Ball on the right hash mark. Valley stacking the box. Hard count. Anderson drops back. He looks to the right. He's got a man, and he's covered, and it's through his hands, out of bounds. Cam Kabari on the coverage there.
Great coverage. Hopefully the Tiger offense can now capitalize off of this great stop from the defense.
Anderson was looking for Mason Randolph there on the right sideline. He's a big target, 6'3", just couldn't get it inbounds quite enough. And so now Devin Akers will get ready to punt. He is a dual threat wide receiver and punter. And back to return for the Tigers will be Isaiah Pinks and Jaden McGregory. A high snap. Brings it down, and it's a low kick, and it will hit at the 40-yard line of the Tigers, and it will stop at the 42, giving the Tigers some pretty good field position here.
Main thing I'm looking for in the Valley offense today is to find Jaden McGregory. 2 weeks ago against Waukee Northwest, he had a really good game, scored a touchdown. Last week against Waterloo West, had 5 catches. He clearly has the talent, and the production's been there the last 2 weeks. They got to keep that going.
So now Drake DeGroot will bring out his offense. 1 wide receiver out right, 1 out left on the left side of the line. Head in the backfield. McGregory comes in now a little bit late, and he will run over to the right side. They're in pistol formation here. DeGroot will roll out to his right, and looks like the play will be called dead before the snap.
Yeah, as you were talking, Britton, about Jaden McGregory, we've really seen great improvement from him and just been getting better every week.
Yeah, a full start will be called on the Tigers. You can tell there was a little bit of miscommunication there with McGregory running on late. So that'll bring up 1st down and 15 at the 37-yard line now. So now the Tigers going with a wing formation, 2 wide receivers far out right, ball in the left hash mark, motioning 2 tight ends to the left. DeGroot takes a snap, hands it off left side to Head. Head cuts back to the right through the middle and will push forward to the 41-yard line, reaching up for a gain of 4.
This is an Ankeny defense that's kind of had an up and down season early on. You know, allowed quite a few points to Ankeny Centennial, Dowling, and Southeast Polks the first 3 weeks of the season. But across the last 4 games, they're averaging 16 points per game, so they've bounced back and looking pretty stout.
Yeah, last week against Iowa City Liberty, only giving up 21 points, and Liberty is a very strong team. Now 2nd down and 11 for the Tigers. Trips formation far out right with 3 wide receivers. DeGroot will throw a screen pass to Brown at the numbers, and he'll be hit at the 44 and will fall at the 45 for a pickup of 4.
Trips right there under the far side of the field. DeGroot, nice throw, good rhythm. First completion's an easy one. Sets up a 3rd and manageable.
3rd down and 7 now from the 45-yard line. We'll see what they go with here Valley has been known to run the ball on third down and medium, and they will go with an empty spread formation. 3 wide receivers out right, 2 out left. DeGroot alone in the backfield. He'll take the snap, look to his left. He will sling it over the middle, and it is deflected away. That time, Nolan Dalton, the senior safety, was there for the pass breakup. DeGroot was looking for Jaden McGregory there.
He had a small window, tried to fit it into McGregory on the slant, couldn't make the throw. It was a tough one. Ultimately, good coverage there from the senior safety.
This Hawks team has had a great season defensively, and they have really good secondary.
Now Rico Alvarenga will get ready to punt for the Tigers. The Hawks going with just 1 man back to return. 9:15 left to go in the first quarter. Alvarenga gets it. Nice kick. Out towards the left numbers, and it is fair caught. So that'll put the Hawks at their own 19-yard line.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs to start this one off, and I don't think it's much of a surprise. Ankeny's game against Johnston a couple weeks ago, that was their last CIML game. You saw plenty of 3-and-outs in the first half. I believe that game was 6-0 at halftime. So, you know, they're very capable of playing in defensive battles.
So the ball will be at the 18-yard line. 1 wide receiver left, 1 right. Ball on the left hash mark, shotgun formation. Man in motion across the right side of the line. Anderson takes a snap. He'll hand it off to, that will be Daniel Laramie, the sophomore running back, and he'll pick up 5 yards on the carry. So now the Hawks going with 3 wide receivers outright. Laramie still in the backfield with Anderson. Erlmeyer will motion across the left, hand off to Laramie, who will get a nice first down run up to the 32-yard line.
Nice run from Laramie. Good offensive blocks there. It'll be interesting to see how he does. He's a very young running back, but he shows and he plays like he's a senior and very experienced.
So now 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, ball in the middle of the field. Shotgun formation. Laramie will take the snap. He'll hand it off. Anderson will hand it off to Laramie, who falls forward about a yard short of the line to gain up to the 41.
It's interesting seeing Laramie getting the majority of the work here. I was really surprised to see that carry count, the difference last week, but Laramie getting some touches early.
Another 3 wide receiver look, 1 left, 2 right. Anderson will hand it off to Laramie again. Not much room this time, but he will pick up 2 yards for the first down up to the 43-yard line.
Looks like they're running their offense with a bit of tempo here.
Yeah, they are going very quickly here. And now Laramie will come out, and Caden Hanks will come back in. Ball on the left hash mark. 7:40 left in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Anderson with the hard count. Can't get him to jump. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Anderson takes the snap. He will hand it off to Hanks, who runs up the middle, cuts towards the left side, breaks a tackle, and will be pushed out of bounds after picking up the first down.
It'll be interesting to see how Valley will respond to this. 2 great running backs. They're always going to have someone fresh.
So first down at the 45-yard line. Excuse me, the 47-yard line of the Tigers. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Anderson hands it off again to Hanks. Met quickly. He is swallowed up by the D-line of the Tigers, but he will move forward to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Back to your point, Johnny, this tempo could be a pretty good idea because you're keeping these 2 running backs fresh and you're wearing down the defense with the run game.
It's been all runs for the Hawks this drive.
Again, ball in the middle of the field, 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. Hanks will get the ball left side, tangled up and tripped forward for a pickup of 3, bringing up a 3rd down.
I think it's worth noting as well, look for some play action shots that Ankeny's going to take throughout the night. That's what they tend to do, rolling out Anderson and taking deep balls.
It's now a 3rd down and 4 at the 41-yard line of the Tigers. Anderson with the hard count. Can't get the Tigers to jump. He's tried that a few times so far in the first quarter. Just over 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Anderson will drop back, look over to his right, looking for Erlmeyer, and he is clamped up. Looked like that time Gage Olson had great coverage, no separation allowed.
It's decision time for the Hawks. Looks like they're staying out there.
Yep, they are staying out there. They'll run a 4 wide receiver package here. Looks like they're bringing on Andrew Brandhorst. They'll go with a empty spread formation, 2 wide receivers left, 3 outright. Anderson takes a snap. He drops back, throws it over the middle, looking for Erlmeyer. He'll bring that in over Aiden Price, and he'll be brought down at the 12-yard line of the Tigers. Great throw over the middle there from Anderson.
We've seen this defense become a little bit susceptible to the deep shots. Maverick Inman on Waukee Northwest absolutely lit this defense up, and there's a big connection.
So now shotgun trips formation. 3 wide receivers out left, no one out right. Laramie in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson will hand it off to Laramie, met by Ramez Naba at the line, brought backwards. The big man in the middle for the Tigers making the stop.
He's the key to this defense tonight because it's on the whole D-line and the linebackers and even, the DBs, but Ramez Naba in the middle of that defense is going to be huge in stopping the run game.
Ankeny's center is a little bit on the smaller side. A.J. Hoke, 6'4", but he is 225, so Ramez Naba definitely has the size matchup there. So now 1 wide receiver out left, 2 close on the right side. Anderson will drop back. Pressure coming, throws it, and it's picked off by the Tigers. Right there at the 5-yard line, Nick Van Arkel, the senior, makes the big play for the Tigers on senior night.
That was a great response from that 30-yard bomb to get interception in the red zone. Hopefully the offense now can take that and build some confidence.
That was not a great look there from Anderson. You could tell Valley blitzed a linebacker, and he got a little too flustered, tried to make it fit, and Van Arkel was right there to bat it up and then bring down the interception.
That's definitely an interception caused off the pressure from the blitz.
So now 1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line for the Tigers. 0-0 is the score, 4:52. Pistol formation with a receiver left and right. DeGroot will hand it off to Head, left side. Makes a cut to the 15. It'll be tackled at the 16 for a pickup of 2. It looked like Head was quite a bit behind DeGroot there on the snap.
Most of the runs, Valley runs, I feel like are up the middle, but that one was a stretch, got outside a little bit more. Try to get Head some space.
So now 2nd down and 7. Jaden Brown and Noah Craycraft out right. DeGroot will hand it off to Head up the middle this time. He'll be rolled forward to the 20-yard line. Back-to-back pickups of 3 yards. This will bring up 3rd down and 4 now.
This is a big play. I mean, you're going to look for most likely either Craycraft or McGregory if it's a pass. Wouldn't be surprised to see a run, though. They only need 4 yards.
3:45 left to go in the first quarter. They'll have 3 wide receivers, keeping them all close, with 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Darius Mason in the game at running back. DeGroot will fake the handoff. He'll throw it right side to Craycraft, too high, and it'll go through Craycraft's hands and hit the ground, bringing up 4th down.
That's just unfortunate for Valley. You got to capitalize after a huge interception in the red zone. That's just been a huge story mark for the season. Can't capitalize after big plays.
So now Rico Alvarenga will get ready to punt for the 2nd time in this first quarter. Evan Erlmeyer is back to return for the Hawks. Erlmeyer only 5'8", 140, but man, does he have some speed. Low snap, Alvarenga gets it, it's up, and it'll go out of bounds It'll hit out at the 35. We'll see where they mark it out. And they will say the 41-yard line of the Hawks. Pretty good punt there to get the Hawks pushed back into their own territory.
Yep, and back on that last play, Craycraft with the drop, but number 3, Jacob Morfeld, looked to be in pretty good coverage. He has 3 interceptions this year. As a team, they have 9. They've been very good at turning the quarterback over.
So Ankeny now with their third possession of the game, only 8.5 minutes in. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, ball on the right hash mark. Takes the snap and he'll hand it off to Hanks up the middle. Met quickly again by the Tigers. Theron Castle, the linebacker, was in there to stuff him.
These linebackers look ready to play. You saw Van Arkel with the pick, Castle with the big tackle there. It's senior night, so they're probably fired up. Starting very well.
So now 2nd down and 9. Another 2 wide receiver left, 1 right look. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson will fake it, keep it himself. Screen pass met quickly. Theron Castle again with a big play. The screen pass there to Carson Summerfield, the tight end, and maybe picked up 1.5 yards there.
It's great to see these Tigers with a bunch of energy. They're playing well. It's senior night. They want to get in the playoffs.
So now a 3rd down and 8. They're going with a spread formation here. Luke Anderson alone in the backfield. 3 left, 2 right. Hard count. Can't get the Tigers to jump. Play clock is at 10 now. 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. Play clock at 3. Anderson takes the snap. He drops back. He looks over the middle, and it is caught. That time, Mason Randolph with it for the 1st down up to the Valley 46-yard line.
That's got to be a good sign for if you're an Ankeny Hawks fan, because most of their passing does come off of play action. There, empty backfield. Anderson stands in the pocket and delivers a great throw.
So now going with 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Hanks, the running back, with Anderson. Anderson will drop back, look to the right side. He has a man wide open. Again, Randolph, and he'll be pushed out of bounds by Cam Krabari at the 29-yard line.
Ankeny's taking advantage of this high pressure for the Valley offense. They're just throwing it at him with some passing plays.
Minute 46 left in the first quarter. Still 0-0. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Anderson, miscommunication. The snap came. Anderson was not ready for it, and he'll fall on it at the 43-yard line of the Hawks. A big mistake there, losing about 13 yards.
Now can Valley hold him here? Can they catch a break?
Yeah, it looked like Anderson was trying to maybe get a hot route with one of his receivers out right in the center, snapped the ball too early, and it went way past Anderson. So now a ball near the right hash mark. They'll go with 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. 2nd down and 23. Anderson will drop back. He'll look to his left. He'll sling it left side. Pinks in coverage, and it'll be caught by number 11, Devin Akers, at the 24-yard line.
And that's just lining up Ankeny's best receiver on Valley's best cornerback, throwing the ball up. That's 1v1, best versus best. Akers gets the better of Pinks there.
Under a minute left to play now in the first quarter. Another 4 wide receiver look here. Valley only with 5 guys in the box here. Anderson will drop back, look to his left, and it'll almost be picked off by Isaiah Pinks. He was looking for Devin Akers again.
It's going to be an interesting decision here. It's 4th down, and they're at the 24-yard line.
And it looks like, right now, it looks like they will go for it. Yep, they're going with another empty formation here. That has worked pretty well for them. 3 wide receivers right, 2 left, ball on the left hash mark. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Anderson trying to go with the hard count, can't get it. 10 left on the play clock. Now 5 on the play clock. 2, 1, 0. And they can't get it, and a delay of game will be called. on the Hawks.
So now what do? You're kind of getting out of field goal range, but you're still within 9 yards. It'll be interesting.
Ball at the 29. Looks like they're still going to go for it. Taking a big risk here. They've got 4 wide receivers out right, 1 out left. Anderson alone in the backfield again. 4th down and 9. Anderson takes a snap. He drops back. He's looking left side for Akers, and he will get him out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Isaiah Pinks was there, just couldn't break it up.
That's some matchup to watch. That was 3 straight targets to Devin Akers. He came up with 2 catches. Pinks had a pass breakup on the other one.
Yeah.
That's one of the best corners in the state and one of the best receivers.
Akers, 6'6", has the advantage over Pinks, who's only 6'1". Now with the first down, Anderson takes snap. He will hand it off to Hanks, left side. He has a hole, and he will be brought down at the 10-yard line. Looked like there was a hold there on the left side of the line. But a 9-yard pickup there from the Hawks. Hawks still going quickly with the tempo. Anderson takes a snap. He will hand it off to Hanks again. Up the middle. Ramez Naba there to stop him. But he will fall forward to the 7-yard line for the first down.
Don't be surprised if the Hawks try to just run this football all the way into the end zone. About 7 yards here, and they'll have 4 plays to get in.
Ankeny's starting at the 41-yard line, and they've had 12 plays.
So now the clock is winding down at 5 seconds. And the game clock will hit 0. So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back after this short break. Score, Tigers 0, Hawks 0. Welcome back to Valley Stadium. We are getting ready for the second quarter of this 5A matchup between the Ankeny Hawks and the Valley Tigers. Strong defensive battle so far, 0-0. It definitely feels like Ankeny has been winning this game, though.
Yeah, and if they've done it mostly with the run game, I'm interested here to see if they go with Hanks or Laramie inside the 10-yard line. Hanks has 2 more touchdowns this year, but Laramie's been getting a lot of work early.
Looks like Ankeny is just slowly but surely wearing out this Valley defense, and it could show this quarter. They could put up some points.
And the Valley offense, still without a first down, they're going to need those to help out their defense, because pretty soon they're going to get a little gassed, and Ankeny is going to be having some big plays. So now first down and goal. 2 wide receivers out right. Devin Akers, the man they've been targeting a lot, he's on the left side. Anderson takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Hanks up the middle. Ramez Naba swallows him up again for a loss of 1.
Big play there. Alex, you talked earlier about how the Ankeny center's a little bit undersized. Naba can certainly expose that matchup, beat him there, got to the running back.
Yeah, the inside of the line is very small. They have a guard in Tristan Mullis, who's 5'8", 198, playing right guard. Now 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Anderson will fake the handoff. Pressure coming from Cole Weibel. Gets the pass off to Erlmeyer. Met at the line. And it looks like he will lose about a half yard there, bringing up 3rd down and goal.
The Tigers can get a stop here. You could consider that a win after that big 4th down conversion. And this has been a long drive.
So now making some substitutions. They'll go with another spread formation here. 3 wide receivers left, 2 out right. Ball on the right hash mark. Anderson alone in the backfield, takes a snap. He'll keep it himself, try to run up the middle. He cuts back to the right side. He is hit at the 3 and pushed backwards. Forward progress will keep him at the 3-yard line, bringing up 4th down.
You don't see the Hawks run too many designed QB runs. Anderson only with 24 yards on the year, but it looks like they'll kick the field goal.
And now the Hawks will get ready to kick the very short field goal. Ryan Harrington, the junior kicker for the Hawks. The wind has picked up a little bit now, the wind at their backs. Snap is good. It's up, line drive, and it is good. That will be the first score of the game with 10:13 left in the second quarter. Scores Hawks 3, Tigers nothing. Good stand there from the Valley defense, not letting up very many yards.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Hawks would have gone for it there. They've had success in that, but I think it was safe for them just to take the points.
Yeah, when you go on a long, methodical drive like they went on there, you absolutely don't want to come out of it with 0 points. So you take the 3, you grab the lead, and you get your really solid defense back on the field.
So now the Valley offense looking to start something, anything, trying to help out their team. And now Barrington will get ready to kick for the Hawks. And back to return is Isaiah Pinks and Noah Craycraft for the Tigers. Ankeny taking a long huddle before taking the kickoff. Not really sure what the holdup is here. Now they're getting set up. 10:13 left to go in the second quarter. Harrington takes his run up, gets the kickoff. It's up, and it will be fieldable. Craycraft gets it at the 3. He runs it up the left sideline. He's running past the left side, 30, 35, 40. Gets it to the 38. And the kicker, Harrington, there with the nice cut stick tackle.
Yeah, big play. We'll see if that can ignite a spark in this offense. We talked coming in about the run game and how that needs to stay efficient. So far, they haven't had anything in their first 2 drives.
I know that was a return, but Craycraft has been absolutely amazing this year as a big spark for this offense.
So now very good at field position off the kickoff at the 38-yard line. Going with a 2 wide receiver look, 1 left, 1 right, ball on the right hash mark. Craycraft in motion to the right side, head in the backfield with DeGroot. DeGroot, the quarterback, takes a snap. He will fake the handoff. Pressure coming from his blind side. He rolls out to his right. He will just chuck it out of bounds. Smart decision there from Drake DeGroot.
You wouldn't see that from Drake DeGroot earlier this year. He was making some dumb decisions, but he's only a sophomore. He's really grown throughout this year.
Yeah, and I think we've seen that with the coaching staff, too, being willing to take more chances downfield, more of the deep shots. I think that really shows their trust and their confidence in Drake DeGroot.
That was number 7, Angelo Wernow, with the pressure there for the Hawks, has 3 sacks on the season.
So now 2nd down and 10. 2 wide receivers out right. Zach Schemper motions to the left side of the line. DeGroot takes a snap. He will hand it off this time to Damon Head, who falls down and will be brought back for a loss of 1. Looked like he lost his footing early on there, and Darius Mason will come on now for the Tigers.
In my opinion, I think Valley is better offensively when they get a 3 receiver sets out. Because when they go with the 2 tight end sets, they become very predictable. It's almost always a run. And, that certainly hasn't been working so far here today.
Yeah, and Valley is known for not really using their tight end in the pass game very much. And now they will go with a 3 receiver look here. 2 right, 1 left. DeGroot drops back, looks over the middle, sends it deep downfield for Craycraft. Way overthrown. Ball hits the 20-yard line, overthrew Craycraft by about 7 yards there, bringing up another 3 and out.
He may have had him for a second there, but ultimately 3 white jerseys in the area there. Really nothing going. And Another unfortunate drive for the Tigers.
So now Rico Alvarenga really getting his work in so far this game. Earl Meyer is back to return for the Hawks. Snap is a little low. Alvarenga gets it. It's up. High kick. Let's see where it hits. It'll bounce at the 40. Take a nice roll past the 20. And looks like it'll be marked down right at the 20. A great bounce there. And Alvarenga had some pressure coming at him. There was a few Hawks players there who almost blocked it.
The receiver, Evan Erlmeyer, returning punts there. He had plenty of time to get over to that football and make the fair catch. That hung in the air for a while. That would have saved him about 15 yards.
As the score is 0-3, it feels like we're going in reverse time with this low-scoring game. Reminds me of the Dowling game.
So now the Hawks will take the field again. Here they're going to go with a two wide receiver look. Or two wide receivers out left, two on the right side, and now they'll go with a spread formation, 3 in trips out right. Screen pass right side for Laramie. Tigers there quickly. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. You could tell that the Valley linebackers read that perfectly.
Yeah, they had Laramie behind 2 tight ends in a trip formation out to the right there. Valley defense saw that as predictable. Made a nice play.
Kelvin Dacey was there early to make the stop, bringing up 2nd down and 10. 8:30 left to go in the first half. 1 wide receiver out right, 2 left. Laramie in the backfield with Luke Anderson. Anderson, the quarterback, takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff, drop back, pressure coming from Dacey on his right side. Throws a flat route, and it is caught by number 88, Carson Summerfield, who will be brought forward to the 28-yard line, just 2 yards shy of the first down.
I think the Tigers have done a really nice job on those bootlegs because really Anderson and this offense, they don't want to throw those to the tight ends there. They want to have time in the pocket, get out wide, and take those shots, those 2 elite receivers.
And now Ankeny will bring out Devin Akers, an interesting idea here. And they're going to huddle up again with 15 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to go with an I formation here. And now they'll break out Erlmeyer out to the left side in shotgun formation. Fake the handoff. It'll be a direct snap to Laramie, who will be shoestring tackled by Andrew Price. And he will not get any yards there, bringing up 4th down and 2, and the Hawks will be forced to punt.
Great heads-up play from Valley. Seeing that, back in the huddle and instant wildcat, and just good from the Valley defense to get that huge stop.
So now Devin Akers will get ready to punt. Back to return is McGregory and Pinks. 7 minutes left in the first half. Akers gets the kickoff. Pretty nice kick. Caught by Pinks at the 35 at the left sideline. And he'll be met and swarmed at the 39. And they'll call him down at the 40.
Looking at Andrew Price a little bit more, coming into his junior season, looked at as one of the best players on this defense. He's had a good season, 24 tackles. He's been a solid safety, but I think we can see more from him because he can be an elite safety, made an elite play there.
As the Tigers are coming onto the field, it's been all 3 and outs. Can they finally get something on offense?
So now 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. 2 wide receivers out right. Schemper and Crownover motion to the right side of the line. DeGroot will hand it off to Darius Mason here. Cuts right side, and he will get to the 44-yard line before being stopped.
It's tough to figure out the Tigers. They started the year off in a lot of defensive battles, but the last couple weeks the offense has outproduced the defense, and they've played in a lot of high-scoring games. Now you're back to a more low-scoring game, 3-0, nearing 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
It's now 2nd down and 6 from the 44. Wing formation with 2 wide receivers out left. DeGroot will hand it off again to Mason up the middle. He will power forward just short of the line to gain. Looks like he's about a half yard shy there. And now the Tigers going quickly here. Look for a QB sneak. DeGroot takes it, and he will get over top, pick up about 2 yards there. This O-line did a good job there of giving him a nice little springboard to get over.
I remember watching the Waukee game when Drake DeGroot did that quarterback sneak, and he got nothing. But this time, he got something.
First down and 10 now. Valley's first down of the game with 5:40 left in the first half. They're going with one wide receiver right and one left. Another 2 tight end look. DeGroot will hand it off to Head up the middle. Cuts back and will get 2 yards. Not much room there.
I want to point out, Jaden McGregory hasn't been on the field as much as I would like on the offensive side of the football so far. Maybe the reason for that is that he's been playing defense a little bit here.
Now it looks like Darius Mason will come back into the game. Damon Head is also out there, so going with a 2 running back look. They're going to go with the full house look here, and they'll hand it off to Head. On the left side, cuts back to the right, past the 45 to the 40 of the Hawks. About 2 yards shy of the line to gain.
They'll set up another 3rd down and short. I think we'll see another run.
I think it's 4 down territory, even if you don't get it, since you're already down in the Hawks territory.
4:52 left in the first half. Hawks up 3-0 on the Tigers. A very defensive battle so far. Now they're going to go with Craycraft and Brown on the left side. 2 tight ends motion to the left. Head in the backfield. Head will get the handoff. He has some room. He's up the middle, past the 30 to the 25, past the 20. He is roped up and tackled at the 15-yard line. Samuel Sandvig there to make the crucial stop for the Hawks.
And that shows you the burst of speed that Damon Head has. I saw a little bit of a crease open up, burst through it, and a huge run to get Valley inside the red zone.
First down and 10 now from the 15-yard line. McGregory out there now at wide receiver on the left side. And they've got 3 bunched up receivers on the right side. DeGroot takes a snap. He looks over the middle, and he overthrows Craycraft. He had pressure coming quickly. Craycraft was wide open, a little behind and over.
I feel like you can't blame DeGroot for that. He was feeling the heat. It was a very tough ball to fit in there.
It's now 4:28 left in the first half. Looks like a little bit of rain is starting to come in here, as some of the fans have brought out their ponchos and umbrellas. Now 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Head still in the backfield with Drake DeGroot. DeGroot will take the snap. He will fake the handoff, bootleg out to his right. Short pass to Brown, and he is hit hard at the 8-yard line.
Bringing Brown across the field there to make the play. He had a steam on him when he caught the ball there. Took it up for 7 yards there inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he took a hard hit there.
McGregory is on the sideline for this crucial 3rd and 3.
Under 4 minutes now left to play in the first half. They will go with Jaden Brown and Noah Craycraft far out left. Another 2 tight end look. Head will get the handoff. He'll get up past the 5, tripped up. Looks like number 4, Dylan Dougherty, the senior safety, was in there to trip him up. That will bring up a first down with the Tigers at the 3-yard line.
Damon Head will come out here. They'll put Darius Mason, more of a power back, into the game here, try to get into the end zone.
I feel like Darius Mason is definitely their red zone guy. Not that Damon Head isn't strong, but Mason is stronger. So now I formation. Mason will get it met quickly, and he will keep rolling forward, and looks like he'll get back up to the line of scrimmage.
The Hawks read that all day long, but it was a good fight from Darius, right up the gut.
It's now under 3 minutes. Jaden Brown and Jaden McGregory will come back on, and they'll take out a lineman and a tight end. going with a more open look here. And they're going to go with 3 wide receivers on the right side in trips formation. Mason in the backfield. DeGroot rolls out to his right, pressure coming quickly. He gets it into the end zone, and it's picked off in the end zone. Not a good throw there. Jacob Morfeld intercepted it.
Looks like there's some confusion. Did he get it?
The refs are talking about that, and we'll see what they have to say. And it looks like they will. Oh, they're going to call offensive pass interference, but obviously the Hawks will not accept that. That was not a great throw there from DeGroot.
Well, there looks to be some miscommunication with senior receiver Noah Craycraft. Normally inside the 5, you see a lot of teams run that rollout little out route, but Craycraft kind of just stopped. He ran like a comeback, and I think DeGroot expected him to break outside.
You just can't be making this type of mistakes late in the season for a championship playoff push here.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Britton. Craycraft was supposed to roll out a little bit more there, but now first down and 10 from the 20 for the Hawks. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Hanks will get the ball cutting left side. He has a gap, and he will be pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line for the first down.
Turnovers matter in every game, especially inside the red zone. But in a game like this where getting to 17 points might be all you need to win it, you just can't turn it over there.
So now 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. First down and 10 from the 31. 2:22 left in the second quarter. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson takes the snap. He'll drop back. He looks over the middle, over to the right side, and it is caught. Oh, and fumbled. And they'll call an incomplete pass there instead of a fumble. It looked like Erlmeyer caught it and then lost it. Andrew Price there, able to punch it out.
We've seen Andrew Price all over the field today. Had a great first half for him.
It's now 2:16 in the first half. Second down and 10. Another shotgun look with 3 wide receivers out right. Anderson will drop back. He'll throw a screen pass to Hanks. And it looks like some holding, and they will not call that. Ball will be out of bounds at the 45. We're right next to the Valley coaches. You can tell that they wanted that call. Looked like the Valley linemen were being turned a little bit there.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, that was not a great call by the refs. First down and 10. Spread formation. Anderson alone in the backfield. Anderson will drop back. 4-man rush from the Tigers and almost intercepted. McGregory almost came down with it. It was a low pass. Couldn't get his arms underneath it.
Coming back to that screen with that, missed holding call, that could be key because they can get some points on this drive.
Yeah, ball is at the 46-yard line. So the Hawks are in a good spot here with 2 minutes left. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson, hard count, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's got pressure coming from Cole Weibel. He will throw it, and it'll be deflected out of bounds by Isaiah Pinks. A nice diving swat.
Cole Weibel has been there all game, creating a lot of pressure. Just a great keen act for this defense.
And Jerome Horn, the junior defensive lineman, was also breaking through the offensive line, putting some pressure on Luke Anderson.
All 3 phases of the Tiger defense have come to play so far here today.
So now 3rd down and 10 after 2 incomplete passes. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right, ball on the left hash mark. Anderson will take it. He'll drop back. He's looking towards his left. He sends it. Not much there, and he'll overthrow Erlmeyer. Erlmeyer with one arm extended, couldn't really get it. Bringing up 4th down and 10. And I think that probably went about not as well as it could have gone for the Tigers, but 3 incomplete passes to stop the clock. I think that was poor play calling there from the Hawks. Should have tried to burn down a little bit more time.
And pretty good coverage on that last play from guess who? Andrew Price.
And McGregory was also there to help out at the safety position. McGregory and Pinks now back to return. Devin Akers gets the kick up It's going straight towards the middle. Pinks will catch it, and he'll be wrapped up quickly. Probably should have called for a fair catch there. Ball will be at the 20-yard line.
See how aggressive the Tigers play this year? 142 left to play on your own 20-yard line. Plenty of time to go down and at least get in field goal range. We'll see if they can do it.
I think you definitely have to try it here despite not having great offensive abilities this game. We got to get some points on the board before the half.
So now Drake DeGroot will lead his offense back out onto the field after throwing an interception, and the rain is really coming down now. You can see it through the lights here. It is really coming down. They're going with their favorite wing look, and Head will get the ball. He will spin past the 25 up to the 27. Strong run there. You might have to assume that they're going to be running the ball with this heavy rain. Don't know if they trust their receivers to really catch it with these slick conditions. Now they're going with another 2-receiver left look. Head still in the backfield. Head will get the ball. He'll cut past the 30 for the first down, up to the 33 for the first down. That will stop the clock here at 1:10. Tigers down 3-0, looking for their first score of the half. So now 2 receivers left. McGregory alone out right. DeGroot takes a snap. He will hand it off again to Head, who runs right side, then goes back into the middle, and he will be brought down from behind at the 39. Tigers going with some tempo here. Ball is at the 49 on the right hash mark. 45 seconds left to go in the first half. 2 receivers left, 1 right, pistol formation. DeGroot will take it himself. Looked like he gets out of bounds, gets the first down. Looked like he thought Darius Mason would be on his right side, but he was actually on his left. But good improv there from DeGroot to run it himself and get out of bounds. Great IQ play there.
The weather could play a huge factor in this game because when you already have 2 struggling offenses, rain is the last thing they need.
Yeah, I'm glad we're in the booth. It is really coming down now. You can tell the pavement is already soaked around. DeGroot will take the snap here. He will get pressure coming. He'll just toss it out of bounds with 28 seconds left.
You can tell because of the rain in Drake DeGroot's hand, it was kind of slipping away from him.
It's got to be hard to get a grip on the football right now.
It does look like the refs have a towel, so that will definitely help DeGroot with his handle of it.
It just makes a huge impact in the game. You don't play in rain every day, so this is kind of a new climate you have to adjust to while playing.
So now 3 receivers out left. A.J. Crownover alone on the right side. DeGroot drops back off the snap. He's got time. He's rolling out to his left. He'll get past the line of scrimmage, past the 50 to the 48 out of bounds with 20 seconds left. That was an interesting design, getting A.J. Crownover alone on the right side. We usually don't see him come off the line there.
Now 20 seconds left and all 3 timeouts. You really don't have to worry about getting out of bounds at all because you want to use up all 3 of those timeouts, and you're only going to have about 3 plays left in the half.
I could see the Tigers just trying to get a field goal here because it's going to be very difficult to get the ball downfield with these conditions. So now 2 receivers right, 1 left. Darius Mason in the backfield. Slow snap. DeGroot will fall on it at the Tigers' 45, and a timeout will be called for by the Tigers after that costly error that pushed them back 7 yards.
It is 4th down, and the Tigers will most likely punt it here. But even if they were to get this first down and move it down the field, we haven't really seen a bunch of long kicks from Ricky. It's only as long as 30 yards.
Rico Alvarenga hasn't even really taken too many field goal attempts so far this year. Valley, usually a touchdown or bust kind of team. It's now 4th down and 10. Yeah, you have to assume that the Tigers are going to punt this. Although with the ball at the 45, I mean, you could go for it and just hope that the Hawks don't pick up 15 yards and kick the field goal.
I think in this weather, though, and that's what they're going to do, just safest to punt the ball away and go into halftime only down 3.
So you have Rico Alvarenga ready to kick. And it looks like the Hawks do not have anybody back to return it right now. Looks like they're going with a heavy block formation here. It could also be that they don't want their return man to muff the ball. Alvarenga gets it up, a nice kick. It'll hit at the 20-yard line and roll out of bounds at the 18 with 10 seconds left. I think that was just a very conservative design from Ankeny to not lose the ball.
So now looking into the second half, we'll see if this rain's going to continue. Both teams either way love running the football, and I mean we'll see a ton of that in the second half because passing is really hard in this weather.
Yeah, this rain is really coming down.
Even got the cheerleaders in the ponchos.
So now the Hawks will just take a knee here, get both teams back in the locker room. Hopefully the weather lets up just a little bit for the second half. The field looks awfully wet too. So that'll bring us to the end of the first half scores. Ankeny 3, Tigers nothing. A strong defensive battle here. So we will definitely have a strong second half in hand. So be sure to stay tuned after our halftime break. Welcome back to Valley Stadium. I'm Alex Worth alongside Britton Morrow and Johnny Reynolds. We're ready to bring you the second half of football from the Ankeny Valley 5A CIML matchup. It's 3-0 Hawks coming out of the break, and it is raining hard here.
Yeah, and looking at the radar during halftime, this rain will continue, pretty much throughout the rest of this game, which means you're going to see a lot of running the football and probably not too many points.
Yeah, and the rain, it's not heavy droplets, but it's coming down pretty heavy.
I think with this rain it's just the battle of who wants it more. It's nearly a 0-0 game with just Ankeny up 3. Valley's got to want it more today to get into the playoffs, and they got to show it in the second half.
And Valley will start with the football in the second half, so look for them to really get something going to start, give themselves some momentum. Their defense has been helping them out a lot. Clutch, red zone, interception, some 3-and-outs, some good defensive stops.
Yeah, and that defense has been excellent. Isaiah Pinks and Andrew Price in particular in the secondary have been great in coverage. Ramez Naba's done a great job stopping the run. Defense has played really well.
Valley's offense has been very, very reliant on the run game for almost all of their yards. Have not completed very many passes. They've taken some looks. Drake DeGroot just a little off the mark on some of those. So look for him to try and tune his pass a little bit more. That will be difficult, though, with this rain. Might be slipping out a little bit more.
One of my keys to the game was keep finding Jaden McGregory. 0 catches in that first half, and not even playing too many snaps offensively because he's getting a lot of reps at defensive back.
Yeah, he's been playing safety back there for the Tigers. He's doing a pretty good job.
I think one thing to take note about is, there hasn't been many points scored, but if either Valley or Ankeny gets into field goal range and takes a field goal or even a PAT, it's going to be hard to kick that ball. With the snap, it could be a bad snap. So it'll be interesting to see. I think there'll be a lot more fourth downs in the opponent's territory.
So yeah, look for a more sloppy second half, I think you could say. Not necessarily errors by either team, just a series of unfortunate events. So now the halftime clock will run down to 0. The Tigers will get ready to return it. Still scoreless through 2 whole quarters.
And since no points are guaranteed for either side, it just makes the ball even more valuable to have. You have to hold on to it and take every chance well.
If you're a Tiger, especially if you're a senior, you want to make the most out of this last half and get a big win against a very strong 6th-ranked Ankeny team.
So now the teams will take the field for the kickoff. Back to return for the Tigers is Craycraft and Pinks, and Harrington will be the kicker for the Hawks. Isaiah Pinks, he's a very good return man. We'll see if he can get something going here. The wind has also picked up a little bit, so we'll see if that also affects the kicking game. Harrington gets his run up, gets a kick that will be caught by Craycraft at the 2-yard line. He'll run it up towards the left hash line, had a huge hole, and he'll maybe get right back to the 20-yard line. Possibly a missed opportunity there from the Tigers.
Normally right now we'd be talking about how Valley can open up the playbook and take more shots downfield, but as we've said, with this weather, it's going to be very difficult to do that. You're going to be relying heavily on Damon Head and Darius Mason for the rest of this one.
You better hope that Mason and Head got their gloves dried off at halftime, because with this Ankeny defense, there could be some fumbles with the slickness of the ball and the heavy hitting from the Hawks. So the Tigers will go with a bunched look with 3 wide receivers on the right side, ball on the left hash mark, Head in the backfield with Drake DeGroot. First down and 10 from the 20. DeGroot will hand it off right side to Head. He'll cut back towards the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Solid pickup there on first down.
And if you're the Tigers, don't feel pressured to have to throw the football. You can run the ball all the way down this field. 7 yards is a great start. See if they can pick up the first down here.
2nd down and 3. Now going with pistol formation and a receiver left and right. 2 tight ends motion to the left side. DeGroot takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Head, who cuts right and then back to the left, back to the right, past the 30, 35, 40. He's got the outside edge, past the 50, 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A great run there from Damon Head. That's exactly what the Tigers needed.
That is all Damon Head. Went to the left, had no running room. Several Ankeny Hawks there. Cut back right, exploded forward, and got out of bounds. Big run.
Damon Head with the 2 longest plays for the Tigers in this game. That'll bring up 1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line. They'll bring 2 receivers out left. This wing formation, they've been playing this quite often in this game. DeGroot will hand it off to Mason, who runs up the middle. He's got a hole. He gets up to the 38-yard line, just a yard short of the 1st down marker.
It's good to see Darius Mason get a good play there. He had a great game last week, but he was pretty quiet against Northwest. Good to see him back in his rhythm.
Expect to see a lot of the 2 tight end formation in this one. In the second half, backup tight end Zach Schempfer is going to see his snap share go up a lot.
Here, another 2 tight end, 2 receiver look. AJ Crownover's kind of playing a fullback position here. Handoff to Darius Mason, right side. He'll get the 1st down. He'll break a few tackles, and he'll slip forward to the 21-yard line for a Tiger 1st down.
Is this Marshawn Lynch? Because, he just trucked him.
Yeah, he trucked 2 guys there, and then slipped through the tackle enough to get to the 21-yard line. Tigers almost in the red zone, and it does look like the refs are talking over something here. We'll see what they have. There's a flag on the near side of the field. We'll see. And they're going to call an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Hawks, and that'll push the Tigers into the red zone.
We've seen already on this opening drive of the half 2 great plays from Damon Head and Darius Mason. They're going to need more of that.
So looks like they called it on Jacob Moorfeld, the senior cornerback. Now with 10:26, the Tigers have the ball at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. They're going to go with 2 wide receivers out left. That's Brown and Craycraft, and McGregory alone on the right side. Ball on the right hash mark. DeGroot will fake the handoff to Mason. He'll run it up the middle himself. He will break a tackle and fall forward to the 5-yard line. DeGroot taking it himself for a pickup of 6.
Good read there from DeGroot because Mason was met in the backfield. Instead, he keeps it and gets forward for about a gain of 6 yards. Now they're inside the 10, about at the 5.
Ball exactly at the 5-yard line here. 2 wide receivers far out left. Ball's on the right hash mark. Head will get the ball. He'll run it left side. He's got the touchdown. Tigers take the lead, 6-3.
That is awesome to see. Looks like there was just a spark that went off at halftime. They came down marching down the field less than 3 minutes.
Damon Head is that guy for the Tigers. He carried this team on his back on this drive, and we'll see if that can flip the field, flip the momentum for the Tigers. Now Rico Alvarenga ready for the PAT. Try and make it 7-3. Snap is good. It's up, and it is good. That'll bring the Tigers to 7-3 over the Hawks. The first touchdown scored of the game just over 2 minutes into the second half.
That is how you start a second half if you're the Valley Tigers. Run game looked a little bit inefficient in that first half. You come out and run the ball all the way down the field for a long touchdown drive and take the lead.
We'll see what Ankeny can do here. Their run game has been very strong with their man Caden Hanks and Daniel Larmy in the backfield. So we'll see if they turn to both of those guys to try and pick up some yards on the ground.
Yeah, and if you're Valley, how do you play this now? Do you bring up guys like Andrew Price and Jaden McGregory into the box? they are safeties because you're not too worried about the pass at this point. Just stack the box and you should be fine.
So now Alvarenga getting ready for the kickoff. Back to return for the Hawks is Samuel Sandvig and Caden Hanks. Not quite sure which way the wind is blowing. Looks like it's just blowing around here at Valley Stadium. Rain is still coming down in sheets right now. .9:36 left to go in the third quarter. Alvarenga gets his run up, gets the kick, and it looks like it will be caught by Hanks at the 3-yard line. He'll take it up the right side on the numbers, and he'll break a tackle, pushed outside, and wrapped up and out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A nice return of 33.
That could have been a scary return. It looked like he had those blocks opening up for him.
Still look for Ankeny here to try to get Evan Erlmeyer and Devin Akers the ball. They're two very talented receivers. No matter the weather, you got to try to get it to them. Maybe some short passes.
They're going with a shotgun trips look here. 3 wide receivers out left. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson, he will hand it off to Hanks up the middle. He's got a gap. He passes the 45, and he'll get a first down, reaching the 48-yard line, brought down by Andrew Price.
Jaden McGregory playing off there about 10 or so yards away from the snap of the ball. I want to see him come closer there.
It's now 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Man in motion to the left side of the line. Anderson, he'll hand it off again to Hanks. Nowhere to go, really. Who else but Andrew Price in there quickly to slow him down? I feel like we've been saying his name a lot this game.
I think it's safe to say it's been his best game of the season so far.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 50. Under 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Another trips look with 3 wide receivers out left. Ball in the middle of the field. Anderson goes for the hard count. Again, Valley not jumping, staying disciplined. Snap to Anderson, who'll hand it off to Hanks. Nowhere to go. Swallowed up at the line by that Valley defensive line. Looks like Theron Castle came in there, the linebacker, to help add a little bit of pressure.
I think this is a big 3rd down for Ankeny and Valley, a big turning point to this game.
So it looks like they'll say he got a yard there to the 49-yard line of the Tigers. Bringing up 3rd down and 7 with just over 8 minutes. They're going to go with a spread formation here. 4 wide receivers out left. Not a lot of D-backs there on the left side. Anderson takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He's looking for Akers. He's got him in stride. He gets shoestring tackled, falling at the 10-yard line. Isaiah Pinks got cooked there on the far side.
You could have seen that from a mile away. You had all 4 other receivers to the left. Your best guy isolated out there on the right. Just a simple one-on-one, and Akers beat his man.
And yeah, that time, Isaiah Pinks, the other catches from Akers weren't exactly his fault, because 6'6" versus 6'1", Akers is going to win that, but that time Pinks got burned with Akers' speed. So now 3 receivers left, 1 right. Anderson takes a snap. He drops back. He's looking to his left. Throws it over the middle, and it's deflected away by Andrew Price.
I would just like to say, even with this rain in the second half, both teams have not been scared to open it up with passing and running. As Ankeny, this is the fastest time they've gotten down the field.
Going back to that deep shot on Akers, you just have to have safety help on him. I mean, Pinks is about as good as you're going to get of a cornerback, but still, you can't leave Akers in one-on-one.
It's now 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ball in the right hash mark. Hands it off to Hanks. Hanks pushes forward, slips to the 3-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and goal.
And being down 4 with no guarantees to get back in this spot, expect the Hawks to play in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, Britton, back to what you were saying about the safety help. The Tigers are known for leaving their cornerbacks on an island, not really doing much zone coverage from their safeties. So we'll see what they do here. Ankeny just now getting the right personnel on the field. 12 left on the play clock. 6:53 on the game clock. They're going with the lone receiver far left. Akers on the left side of the line. Hanks in the backfield. Hanks will get the ball off the snap. He'll throw it into the end zone. A trick play and a touchdown from Devin Akers.
That was that Tennessee Titans type of Derrick Henry jump pass throw for the touchdown.
Yeah, and Akers was wide open. I thought it was weird that Akers lined up on the line. Usually you don't see him do that. A great trick play there from the Hawks.
Both teams have striked quickly.
And now Ankney's waiting for their holder to get out there. He's sprinting onto the field. So now Harrington will get ready for the PAT. It's up, and it will be good, bringing the score to Ankeny 10, Tigers 7. Back-to-back touchdowns to start the second half. Great offensive start compared to the defensive priorities in the first half.
And going back to that last touchdown, that just looked like a, same old inside zone handoff to Caden Hanks, as that you would expect the Hawks to do on the 3-yard line. Right when he got it, jumped up in the air. Great play call there from the Ankeny Hawks.
Just as you thought, if you're Valley, you score that touchdown, have some big confidence. Ankeny striked back quickly in a great response.
Yeah, Ankeny has been going with a few trick plays. Earlier in the first half, Laramie took the direct snap, couldn't pick up the first down. That was on third down, and a great call there from the Hawks. So now the Tigers will get ready for their second possession of the second half. Pinks and Craycraft are back to return. Looks like the wind has died down just a little bit. Harrington, he takes a more short run up, only about 7 yards. Gets it up, and it will go out the back for a touchback. I believe that's the second touchback of the game after Rico Alvarenga had one to start. Now bring up first down and 10 from the 20-yard line for Valley.
Now you ask, how do the Tigers respond to that drive from the Hawks? I think you just go back to what you were doing on that first drive. Run after run. Head and Mason had a great start to the half. We'll see if that continues.
I think that if the Tigers really try and work on their run game and establishing that, then that opens up the PA play action to pass. So now 2 receivers right to Groot. He will hand it off to Head, who's met in the backfield. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. He was hit hard there.
Now maybe we'll see, Alex, what you just pointed to. Little play action. You don't want to get behind the chains and set up a 3rd and long here, so we'll see if they throw it.
6:18 left to go in the third quarter. 2 receivers left. 2 tight ends motioning to the right side. DeGroot, he will hand it off to Head, who goes up the middle, past the 30, 35, 40, 45. He's got guys on his back. He's cutting back to the right side of the field. He'll break a tackle. He gets past the 20 to the 15 before he's wrapped up out of bounds. Damon Head, what a start to the half.
About a 70-yard or so run there from Damon Head. That surely puts him up over that 100 yards mark. What a run.
He is just peaking at the right time, the right moment. Did amazing at Northwest, played great last week, and he just keeps performing outstanding.
And see, I know we've talked about it before. He has that explosiveness. He started off a little bit slower on the run, which he does, so he can cut and read, and then he turned on the gas and ran down to the 9-yard line. DeGroot will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Mason, who runs up the middle, and he is flipped over, and he will land at the 2-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and goal. Wow.
Ankeny seemingly with no answer for this run game in the first 7 or so minutes of the second half.
So we'll see what the Tigers draw up here. Again, that wing formation stacking the left side with 2 tight ends. And Mason will get the ball off the snap. He'll get in for a touchdown, but they're going to call it dead ball for false start. It did look like Looked like Zach Schemper started his motion a little bit too early. So that'll push the Tigers back 5 yards to the 7-yard line.
That's another mistake in the red zone. First interception in the first half. You don't want this to bite them in the back here.
So now 2nd down and 7. 5:10 left in the third quarter. Jaden Brown and Noah Craycraft are out left. Pistol formation. 2 tight ends motioning to the left side of the line. DeGroot takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Mason. Not much room. Maybe picks up a yard there, bringing up 3rd down.
That false start is a killer penalty. Valley had all the momentum. Now it's 3rd and 6. And after that stuffed run last play, looks like the Tigers may be forced to pass it here.
I could see the Tigers going for a run here, trying to gain some yards, and then going for it on 4th. I think this, it's probably 50-50 if they go for the field goal or the touchdown. Because when you're this close, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity at all. Tight ends motioning to the right side of the line. DeGroot, he will hand it off to Mason up the middle. Sheds a tackle, he spins in, and he will get the touchdown. Darius Mason picking up where Damon Head left off, bringing the Tigers to 13, and a flag will be thrown late here by the far side official. We'll see. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
We'll see what team it's on here. And it looks like the Valley team is talking with the officials. They're over there and trying to tell. So it will be a touchdown. And it looks like they're going over to talk with the Ankeny coach, so it will probably be an unsportsmanlike on the Tigers. We'll see. So they will call a personal foul on Braylon Jenkins, the right tackle, but the touchdown will be good. And he almost got he took his helmet off on the field too, so that could have been very bad. But now they will attempt the PAT. Rico Alvarenga gets it up, and it is good. Bringing the score to Tigers 14, Hawks 10. Almost catastrophic there from Braylon Jenkins.
That drive starts all with the blocking. The offensive line's done a great job. Zach Schemfer and A.J. Crownover are playing essentially every snap now and doing a great job and leading the way for Head and Mason.
It was only about a 5-play drive, but that drive was all runs. Just amazing run game with Darius punching it in at the end.
So now it looks like, so the 15-yard penalty will be added on to the start of the kickoff, pushing them back to the 25-yard line. We'll see if Rico Alvarenga can maybe get a little bit of distance on this. Try and pin the Hawks back a little bit.
Nice opportunity for Ankeny, though, to pick up some better field position.
The Ankeny returners are standing at their own 22-yard line here. So we'll see if the Tigers can stop the Hawks from getting too many yards on this return. 4:13 left to play in the third quarter. Tigers just scored to make it 14-10. Alvarenga gets the kickoff. It's a nice kick to the 20-yard line, caught by Hankey, running at the numbers. He'll get to the 35-yard line, and he'll roll out of a tackle to the 38-yard line. Similar starting position to their previous drive.
So, we saw a very low-scoring first half, and all of a sudden, 14-7, the Tigers have outscored the Hawks so far in just about 8 minutes of play here in the second half.
So now quarterback Luke Anderson will lead the Hawks back onto the field, going with another shotgun trips formation. They've been running this most of the game. And it looks like Laramie is in the backfield with Anderson, not Hanks. Anderson takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Laramie, who cuts to the left side, and he'll be brought down at the 49. They'll call him down at the 50, a pickup of 6.
I wonder what the tackle count for Andrew Price is tonight. Just had about probably a half tackle there, but he's been all over.
Yeah, it looks like he might have gotten that one with Cole Weibel, the defensive lineman. Tight end motioning to the left side of the line. 3 receivers left. Anderson takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Laramie again up the middle. He breaks free, and he'll be brought down by Cam Krabari at the 42-yard line of the Tigers. That'll move the chains for a Hawk first down. And you have to imagine that 15-yard penalty from Braylon Jenkins is really taking a toll on this defense. Definitely not what they wanted. And they'll go with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ball at the 42-yard line on the right hash mark. Laramie will get the ball again up the middle. He'll be met and pushed forward to the 38-yard line with his forward progress.
I feel like Laramie has been more of the guy this game, getting most of the carries here.
Yeah, we haven't really seen superb running from either one of their running backs, but Hankey has been pretty good on the kick returns. Now they're going to go with a bunch formation with 3 receivers out left. Hard count, can't get them to jump. Valley's D-line has been very disciplined on those hard counts. Laramie to the right of Anderson. Anderson takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Laramie, cutting left side. He's got some blockers in front of him. He's pushing forward to the 31. Picks up the first down by a yard.
It's got to be nice to see this bounce back from Laramie. We've seen that patient, tough runner all season, but he had his season low 24 rushing yards last week, bounced back today.
And now we have an injured Hawk. It looks like that will be Tristan Mullis, the senior guard, and we will take a quick timeout here for injury. Welcome back to Valley Stadium. The Ankeny Hawks just picked up a first down after the run by Daniel Laramie, the sophomore running back. They'll have a first down and 10 at the 31-yard line. Offensive guard Tristan Mullis was hurt on the last play, and he is just now getting up. He is walking off on his own power, so that's good to see from him.
Well, he, along with this whole offensive line for the Hawks, I think had a great game so far. Laramie and Hanks both had a solid run game.
So now 2:25 left in the third quarter. Tigers up 14-10. Ball in the middle of the field. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Laramie in the backfield with Luke Anderson, the quarterback. Man in motion is Erlmeyer. Laramie will get the ball. He is met by Ramez Naba. Looked like Nick Van Arkel got in there quickly, and Naba just buried him for pickup of 1. And now Caden Hanks, the running back, will come back into the game for the Hawks. A similar look with 2 receivers left and 1 right. Tight end on the left side of the line. Anderson will take it. He'll fake the handoff. Play action. Cole Weibel coming in hot. Hits him, but the pass is caught by Erlmeyer at the 20-yard line, and he will be taken down at the 15 by 3 Tiger D-backs.
You can't really put into words how excellent Erlmeyer and Devin Akers are as a receiving duo. Pressure there on Anderson, but Erlmeyer was able to find space and make the reception.
Now Akers alone on the left side with Pinks guarding him. Hard count, can't get him to jump. 2 receivers out on the right side. Look for them to throw to Akers here. No safety help. So we'll see what the Hawks are looking for here. They'll hand it off to Hanks, who will spin forward off the tackle to the 12-yard line and pick up a 3.
Coming back to that first down reception from Erlenmeyer. It was just an absolutely amazing juke, and he was able to get a couple extra yards after that play.
And yeah, Cole Weibel was coming in hot. He hit Anderson just after he released it. And now, similar formation here from the Hawks. 2nd down and 7, 47 seconds left in the third quarter. And whistle and a false start will be called on the Hawks. I feel like this has to be one of the few penalties called on the Hawks. Might even be the first.
Yeah. You're seeing Pinks down here matched up in one-on-one coverage, kind of signaling to safety Jaden McGregory the last couple of plays, just to watch out, right? Just help him a little bit on Devin Akers.
This is the second penalty. There was the personal foul earlier on in the first half. Now 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Anderson will fake the handoff, play action, pressure coming. He sends it in deep for Akers, who catches it, brings it down in double coverage, and it looks like he will be marked down at the 1-yard line. It kind of looked like he got in for the touchdown. He reached his arms out. There wasn't an official there on the goal line who could confirm that he got in. So they'll put the ball at the half-yard line here.
Gage Olson almost coming in hot and making that play, just short.
So now 1st down and goal from the 1. They'll get it to Hanks, who will be stopped short. Good job by Ramez Naba and Cole Weibel to meet him there quickly. No gain there. Clock is now at 10 seconds, winding down. Doesn't look like the Hawks will have enough time for a play, so that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. We've got a great game on our hands now. So we'll see what the fourth quarter will entail. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Valley Stadium. The Hawks have the ball on the Tiger 1-yard line at the start of the fourth quarter. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson, 2 receivers out left. Anderson takes snap. He'll hand it off to Hanks, who will run it in for the touchdown, giving the Hawks their 3rd lead of the game.
Key play on that drive was the completion to Devin Akers to get them down to the 1-yard line. Gage Olson brought safety help over the top, but looked a little bit hesitant coming in. Didn't make a hit, and Akers got him down to the 1, and ultimately the Hawks get into the end zone.
So now Harrington on for the PAT. Snap is a little low. It's up, and it is good, bringing the score to Hawks 17, Tigers 14. And man, you just got to think that personal foul from Braylon Jenkins, that was a killer on that drive, giving the Hawks the ball at the 38-yard line instead of possibly the 20.
It's just a complete momentum shifter. Valley had all the momentum coming in, but then you give the Hawks that type of field position with this run game and Devin Akers alone, and they can drive down the field in a minute.
It was 3-0 at halftime, and now it's 17-14 Hawks. And I believe that It has been all touchdowns. There's been no punts this half. It's just been very offensively, and with the rain, I guess I just got adjusted to it.
And the rain has not let up at all. We've seen quite a few fans leave the stadium, but the student section is still rocking here for the Tigers, and even for the Hawks, there's still quite a few students in their section.
Why would you want to leave this game? We have a great game on our hands.
Exactly. We've got a nail bite. You can feel the adrenaline going in the stadium. So now the Tigers looking to keep the touchdown streak alive. Isaiah Pinks and Noah Craycraft will be back to return. Harrington gets his run up. It's a high kick. It will be fielded at the 12-yard line by Isaiah Pinks. He slows down. He's got to speed up. Gets past the 20, up to the 25, and he'll be wrapped up at the 29. Interesting decision. He really slowed down after he caught that ball.
Yep. You talk about adjustments going into the fourth quarter, and on this side of the ball, Valley really doesn't have to make any at all. Their run game's been elite the second half. It's going to be about how the Ankeny defense adjusts to that.
So ball at the 29-yard line to start the drive for the Tigers. Here they're going to go with a 3-receiver look. Pretty rare for them on first down. Ball near the left hash mark. Head in the backfield. Head will get the ball off the snap. He'll cut right side out towards the right numbers, and he'll be stopped at the 30-yard line. Some good west to east movement, and it looks like there's an injured Tiger. He looks like he is in a lot of pain. Looks like an offensive lineman. Can't tell the number from here. We are going to go to a timeout here. Back to Valley Stadium. Derek Ellens was the injured player for the Tigers. He is being helped off, not putting any weight or pressure on that right leg. Very unfortunate to see. Matthew Booth will come in at center now for the Tigers, who have it first down and 16. Looks like they called a hold on the Tigers while we were at break. We're going with a wing formation, 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends motioning left. DeGroot, high snap, brings it down, gets it to Head, who breaks over the 25 to the 27-yard line, 28, 1 yard short of the original line of scrimmage.
Derek Ellens is a key piece to this run game in the interior offensive line, so it's going to get tougher now for the Tigers, but they're going to stick to it.
A minute 15 left to go in the game. Second down and 11 for the Tigers, who have looked pretty good offensively to start the second half. Now they're going to flip it with 2 receivers left. High snap again, but Mason gets it, and he will be brought up to the 33-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and 6.
With this 3rd down and 6, it's probably one of the bigger plays of this game. Your season is coming down on the line, and you got to make a good play call here.
So they're going to bring on an extra wide receiver and take off a tight end, looking for possibly a pass here.
Get the ball to Jaden McGregory. If I'm the Tigers here, that's what I'm doing.
So going with 3 receivers left, 1 right. High snap. DeGroot will pick it up and he'll land on it. Man, that's unfortunate there. 3 poor snaps. And so that'll bring up 4th down and very long at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, it's back-to-back bad snaps. The play before, DeGroot was able to get away with it, caught it, and was able to hand it off. That one, way too far over his head, and this is a very unfortunate punt for the Tigers.
First punt of the half for either teams.
So now Rico Alvarenga will get ready to punt. Gets it up. Nice line drive, and it's going out of bounds, and he shanked it. So it will be out in Valley territory. And they will mark it at the 48-yard line of the Tigers.
So things just go from bad to worse for Valley here, and now down 3, just over 9 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Ankeny in your territory, and a touchdown would get it to 2 scores.
Defense has been great pretty much all game, but it relies on them again. They got to step up here and have the best drive defensively.
So now 1st down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hanks is in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson, he'll hand it off. Hanks up the middle. He breaks tackle, cuts out to the left side. He'll be wrapped up at the ankles by Cam Kabari and picks up only a yard there on the run.
I just have to point out, it is Devin Akers up here closest to us. One-on-one. Just wait for the shot Ankeny's going to take here shortly.
So now 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ball on the left hash mark. Anderson, hard count. Again, the Tigers on defense have been very disciplined, not jumping. Anderson gets ready, takes a snap. He'll hand it off again, up the middle. Not much room again, picks up 2 yards. Hanks there on the run, bringing up 3rd down and 7.
Feels like a whole new offense almost out here. Yes, they're still running the ball, but it's been a lot more quick, as last drive was only 8 plays and the previous was only 6.
So now look for the Tigers to anticipate the pass a little bit more. They need safety help with Devin Akers. And it looks like the Hawks will stack the right side. 3 wide receivers outright. Anderson, hard count. Can't get it to go. Play clock at 8 seconds. 8:25 on the game clock. Play clock at 4. 3, 2, 1, 0. And a timeout will be called by Ankeny to save the delay of game.
One thing Valley's done a great job of in this one is not falling for that hard count, because that's something Ankeny's done a lot in this one and over the course of the whole season, and Valley has not fallen for it one time tonight.
And this is a huge 3rd down as you're getting down to around 8 minutes in the game. You're at about midfield. Valley, can they catch a big break here?
I think you definitely play pass. You get your defensive backs out there, try to get safety help on the side with more receivers, because Ankeny has the weapons out wide to pick this up.
And you can see on the sideline, Matt Booth, the center, working on his snaps. Are looking a lot better now. Practicing there with Drake DeGroot. So we'll see if the Tigers can make the 3rd down, 3-and-out stop here. But look for, Ankeny could go for it depending on how many yards they pick up on this play. If it's 4th and short, I could see them going for it. And they're going to go with open spread formation. And look at that. Devin Akers alone on the left side. Jaden McGregory is the safety on that side, so look for him to cover and help out. Anderson takes the snap. He'll drop back. He's looking to the right. Pressure in his face. He throws it to Erma, who catches it over the defensive back, and he'll be brought down at the 4-yard line. Ryan Arbob was in there in coverage. He's a linebacker, not the matchup that you want with Evan Erlmeyer.
But for a linebacker, that was not bad coverage. That is an absolute dime from Luke Anderson. Under pressure, puts it right where Erlmeyer wants it, right in stride.
So now 3 receivers on the left side, ball on the right hash mark. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson will hand it off right side to Hanks, who runs in. There's nobody there. And it will be a touchdown for Ankeny, extending their lead to 23-14, looking to make it 24-14.
You can just feel the life just was taken out of these Valley Tiger players in the crowd. It's a huge touchdown to get it to a 2-score game.
So now Harrington ready for the PAT. And it looks like one of the Tigers jumped offside a little too early. Oh, they'll call a false start on Ankeny. That'll be on number 82, Hunter Minner, the freshman. So now it will be a 25-yard PAT instead of a 20. 7:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. Hawks looking to make it a 10-point lead. Kick is up, and it is no good. Pulled it to the left. So that makes it a 9-point lead, 23-14.
I feel like I'm getting some deja vu here from 2 weeks ago. Valley against Northwest. Valley was establishing sort of a lead, not comfortable, but about a score. And then Northwest kind of went on a run. And same thing is happening here. You're down 2 scores. This is your season is on the line. What can you do?
This game is make or break for the Tigers. If they lose, they will not make the state tournament, which is something that has very rarely happened in Gary Swenson's tenure as head coach.
Not only will you be knocked out of the state tournament, you're going to fall to 2-6. How often have we said the Valley Tigers fall to 2-6 over their program's history?
Like, they started the year with they easily have the toughest schedule out of any team in the state of Iowa, playing Southeast Polk, Dowling, Johnston, Waukee as their first 4 games, going 0-4. But still, those first 2 games against Southeast Polk and Dowling, they looked really strong. And then against weaker opponents like Waukee and Johnston, they just didn't look there. And so I think that's something where those 2 games against Waukee and Johnston were real opportunities that they missed out on. So now Harrington on the kickoff, gets it up, and it will be returnable. Craycraft fields it at the 7. He runs towards the right side. He's got a little bit of room. He'll break forward past the 25 to the 30, and he'll be pushed out of bounds, and a flag will be thrown. So they'll probably call a holding or a push in the back on the Tigers.
These Valley coaches to our left are livid right now and have been livid all second half with this officiating.
Yep, so they will call a block in the back on the Tigers. And it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And that'll push them back a little bit. Let's see where they put it. At the 10-yard line. That's just killer. When you need a score, that's terrible.
You're going to need someone to step up on the receiving end. We haven't seen a whole lot of Jaden Brown. Can he get more involved?
So now pistol formation. 2 tight ends motioning right, and an early snap and some miscommunication. And they're going to call a false start on the offense there, pushing them back 5 yards.
This offense has just been kind of a complete mess ever since the injury to Derek Ellens on that last drive.
It's just tough to go 95 yards down the field.
And another false start, this time on Noah Craycraft. Man, that's just killer. Tigers getting in their own head here. I'll push them back to the 2.5-yard line. Looks like they're just self-imploding here.
This has really been a complete collapse over the last 5 minutes.
So now first down and 17. Head will get the handoff, and he'll only be able to pick up 3 yards there to the 6-yard line, bringing up second down and 14.
I think now it's just time to open up the playbook, see what Drake DeGroot can do as McGregory is checking in here. Can he make a play?
At this point, you have to throw the football here.
I would agree with you. We have rarely seen them throw the football. I don't even know how many. Probably takes one hand to count the number of times that they've thrown the ball this half.
Yeah.
And maybe 2 hands for how many times they've thrown it this game. They're going to go with 2 receivers right and 2 left. DeGroot alone in the backfield. He'll look right side. He'll throw a screen pass to A.J. Crownover, who he pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line. They'll say the 13. So that'll bring up a third down and 7.
It's hard to knock off the number 6 team in the state, no matter how good your run game's been, when your passing yards is, under 100.
Coming back to that earlier point, I don't think that they have thrown the ball all game. When they scored that touchdown, it was all runns, and it's been 3 and outs.
I would be tempted to say that Valley doesn't even have 50 yards passing.
Yeah.
So now 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap to DeGroot. Pressure coming quickly. He steps up in the pocket, throws it downfield, chucks it for Jaden Brown, who catches it past the 50. He's got a man behind him at the 20, 15, 10, and he's in for the touchdown. What a play there from Drake DeGroot.
Prayers have been answered. Can you believe it?
And look at that. The Ankeny defensive back, number 4, that's Dylan Dougherty, the senior captain. He just looks flabbergasted. Drake DeGroot really pulled that play out of nowhere, stepping up in the pocket, chucking it downfield, and Jane Brown making the catch and run.
We have been waiting to see that arm from Drake DeGroot, and what a dime. Those two, both sophomores, they've been playing since the middle school days. Great chemistry.
So now Alvarenga on for his 3rd PAT of the game. It is up, and it is good, bringing the score to Ankeny 23, Tigers 21. So a drive that started out literally as bad as it could possibly go turns into a monster touchdown, and that could give Valley the momentum that they need off the kickoff.
Yeah, those Ankeny defensive backs look stunned. We look stunned. I think all these fans are stunned. Nobody saw that coming. That was more passing yards on that play than he's had the rest of this game combined.
Yeah, and when DeGroot threw that, it almost just looked like he was trying to send something. Like, he wasn't really looking. He was just trying to get it out because he had pressure coming quickly. But that play worked out perfectly.
2 weeks ago, Drake DeGroot and Jaden Brown have been trying to make some deep balls, and finally it has connected in just the right time when you need it, as it's bringing them right back into the game. Now it's up to the defense. Can they get a stop?
So now Rico Alvarenga ready to kick from the 40 this time, not the 25. So we'll see if the Tigers can pin the Hawks back after back-to-back drives where the Hawks started with great field position. So now Alvarenga, with his run-up, gets the kick off. It's high, and it looks like it'll be caught at the 3-yard line. And that is Sandvig, and he'll be flipped over at the 22-yard line. Great play there from Dane Christensen, the junior, making the cut stick tackle. You can tell this Valley team is hyped.
Now we'll see if that false start penalty on that extra point last drive for the Hawks that was missed comes back to bite them, where you would be up 3, now you're up 2, and if the Tigers can get a stop, a field goal will put them in front.
So now first down and 10 from the 23-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Daniel Laramie is in the backfield with Anderson. Akers alone, far side. Anderson, hard count, takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Laramie, cuts to the right side. He is met by Cole Weibel, and they've got a pile pushing him, and he will be marked down at the 31-yard line. Progress stopped.
That touchdown from Jaden Brown completely shifted the momentum in this one. It's all with the Tigers right now.
Now shotgun trips formation for the Hawks. 2nd down and 7. Laramie on the left side of Anderson. Some miscommunication from the Valley defense. Anderson will snap it. He'll hand off to Laramie, who cuts back to his left, and he'll spin and dive backwards to the 30-yard line, just under 3 yards to get to the first down.
This one, who knows what they're going to call here. I would expect a run, but
They could catch the Tigers off guard, maybe throwing it to their man this game, Devin Akers.
We are under 6 minutes here. Ankeny could drain a lot of clock, but it'll be interesting. They're only up by 2.
So now that 5:30 left to go in the game, some miscommunication from the offense, changing up their formation. They're going with another shotgun trips formation. This time, Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. 4-man D-line. Anderson drops back. He's looking to his left. He throws it, and it's caught by Erlmeyer about 2 yards before the first down. And that will move the chains.
what a clutch grab from Erlmeyer there.
And he had pressure right on his back, too. And with the rain, that is truly a great catch. 1st down and 10 now from the 35. Under 5 minutes to go. 3 receivers right. Ankeny running down the clock here. Look for a run here to kill some more clock. Anderson snaps it. He hands it right side to Hanks, who will push past the 40 to the 43-yard line. And he'll be 2 yards short of the line to gain.
Just to give an update, Derek Ellens is on crutches on the sideline getting hugs from his teammates. That injury, unfortunately, may be serious.
Now, you just hate to see that on senior night. Luckily, he is not a senior. He's a junior, so he will be back next year. So we wish a speedy recovery to Derek Ellens. Now 3 receivers left for the Hawks. 2nd down and 2 from the 43. Handoff to Hanks. He is met, but he will spin forward past the 50. They'll call him down at the 50-yard line. Under 4 minutes left to go now. 3:54. Hawks up 23-21. This is crunch time for the Valley defense.
Now it just becomes a clock game. I mean, we're under 4 to go. Valley does have all 3 timeouts, so they have a little bit of leeway here, but ultimately you got to stop the Hawks on either this set of chains or the next one.
No easy way to say it, but this is your season. Right here, right now. Got to make a stop.
So now 1st down and 10 from the 50. 1 wide receiver right, 2 left. Hanks in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson takes a snap. He'll hand off to Hanks, who runs left side. He's met quickly by Ramez Nava in the backfield for a loss of 2. Back to the 48-yard line. And Valley will not call a timeout here, letting the clock run. 2nd down and 12. Under 3 minutes left to play now.
Ideally, you can force the Hawks to throw it on a 3rd and long. Hopefully get an incompletion and stop the clock without having to use a timeout.
So they're going with 2 receivers left and 1 right. Anderson takes the snap, and it's low, and he drops it, and he will fall on top of it at the 42-yard line. Gary Swenson will call a timeout for the Tigers.
Clock is ticking, but fortunately they did call a timeout. 2:33 left.
That was that was what the Tigers needed right there. But now 3rd down and 18. We've seen Ankeny take some shots, and look for the Tigers to. They need to double team Devin Akers. There's no way around that.
The difference between this and other situations is obviously on 3rd and 18 you expect a shot, so Valley will play that, but if they can get a stop here, call a timeout, you're still going to have 1 timeout and well over 2 minutes to go down and kick a field goal.
I think this is also very interesting on the Ankeny point of view and what they're going to do, because they can run the ball here and they could have Valley charge a timeout, even waste clock, or they could risk it and get a possible pass, because Valley really only had that deep shot that's only for the second half.
Yeah, it is weird because Ankeny's defense has not been as strong in the second half. So do they want to trust their defense and try and kill a timeout? They're going with 11 alone on the near side here, and Valley not really showing much coverage there. 4 receivers, far side. Anderson takes a snap. He's looking right side for Akers. He's staring him down, and it's almost picked off by Jaden McGregory. Incomplete. McGregory slid over there. Akers can't come up with the catch, and that will stop the clock with 2:27. Tigers are going to get another shot.
I think that's just a case of they've done that too many times. It's become predictable. They brought McGregory over, as he should have been doing all game. It's a nice play there from the safety.
McGregory used his hops. He almost caught that. Pinks was in coverage. Even he might have had a chance at it. So now Devin Akers will be punting. 2 guys back to return for the Tigers. Akers gets the punt. It's a line drive caught by Pinks at the 30. He cuts back to his right, back towards the left sideline, and he will be pushed to the 35-yard line with 2:19 left to play.
I know I talked about it briefly. How huge is that penalty on that mixed extra point from Ankeny? If you're up 3 right now, worst case, unless you allow a touchdown, of course, you're going to overtime, but now a field goal wins it for Valley.
Yeah, any score wins it.
I want to go back to that last drive with Jaden McGregory. That was probably one of his biggest plays this season. He really showed his athletic ability in jumping up there and deflecting that ball.
So now the Tigers, Darius Mason in the backfield, 2 receivers outright. DeGroot gets the snap. He'll hand it off to Mason, who will run up the left side, past the 40, and he'll juke his way out of bounds for the first down. And they're going to say that he stepped out at the 42.
Interesting spot there.
That will stop the clock. It looked like he tried to get back inbounds and reach just around the first down marker before going out. That will bring up 2nd down and 3 with 2:13. Same formation here with 2 wide receivers right, ball on the left hash mark. DeGroot gets the snap, brings it down, hands it to Mason, who will run up the middle again past the 50. He gets the first down to the 44-yard line. Darius Mason carrying the team on his back on those past few plays, and Damon Head will now come back into the game.
Right now, the clock really not an issue at all. You have over 2 minutes to play and still 2 timeouts, and you're already at the Ankeny 45-yard line.
I think look for the Tigers to really run the ball. They don't need to take a deep shot. We've seen that against Northwest, where DeGroot throws an interception late in the game, and they will hand it off here to Head, who runs up the left side past the Ankeny 40 for a first down to the 30-yard line. Damon Head, these running backs, Head and Mason, making the plays late for the Tigers.
You got to get the kicking unit ready. They could possibly get a touchdown here, but Rico's got to get prepared. This could be one of the biggest moments of his football career.
I think this is the most clutch moment for any of these guys. I can think of another game that these guys have played in where the tensions have been so high. So now they're going with a 2-receiver look, pistol formation again. Head, he will get the ball. He'll run right side, past the 25, picks up 6 yards on the carry to the 24. Minute 30 left to go. Hawks up 23-21. This is what you want from Iowa football on senior night.
Rico's only kicked 3 field goals all year. He's 2 for 3, his longest 30. So ideally you can get a couple more yards, maybe even get into the end zone, but Valley's running down the clock here, almost to a minute.
So now 2nd down and 4. Minute 5 left to go in the game. DeGroot will hand it off to Mason, who is met quickly. He bounces back, but he will only lose a yard after getting back to the 25. 3rd down and 5. Clock is still running. Look for the Tigers to maybe run it down some more and try and go for the final field goal. They do have 2 timeouts, though.
I'd call a timeout, not necessarily.
Ankeny will call a timeout here.
So this is really interesting at the 24-yard line. It'd be about a 41, 42-yard field goal attempt, which I believe that is within his range. I've seen him out there practicing. He's got a leg.
It does look like the wind is starting to blow a little bit again. The rain has died down just a little bit, but you can see the light droplets falling. It's hard to tell which way the wind is actually blowing here. Looks like he might be kicking. The wind might be blowing to the right. of Alvarenga. So with 46 seconds, the Tigers are looking probably for a touchdown here, but just to kill some clock.
Well, now that it's 3rd and 5, if Ankeny gets a stop here, then all of a sudden they have one timeout left. They'll probably use that so that if Valley does kick a field goal and take the lead, they'll still have some time to go try to get a field goal themselves.
I think no matter what, Valley needs to run the ball. You can't risk DeGroot throwing an interception. We saw that in the Waukee Northwest game, throwing a costly late interception. And Darius Mason is coming out now at running back, so look for a power run here. Wide receiver left and right, 2 tight ends on the right side. Mason will take it up. He'll get past the 20. He'll reach. And he fumbled it, but we'll see. They call him, looks like they're going to call him down. Looks like he reached for it. Yeah, it looked like he reached for it. That is... it's right on the mark. That gets first down, moves the chain. Clock will stop.
That allows you to now take this down all the way and have a field goal attempt for the win.
So now they will restart the clock. 35 seconds. Now to 30. Look for another run here. Damon Head in the backfield now. Head gets the ball. He runs left side up through the middle.
Now
picks up about 3 yards. See if Valley will call a timeout here. Man, I can feel my heart racing right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure everybody else in Valley Stadium right now is feeling the exact same
What do
way.
you think's going through Rico's mind right now? A lot of pressure on him.
A lot. He's not even really taking any practice kicks right now. He's doing some ankle swipes on the sideline. Guys, stretch out the... Oh, excuse me, that's not even him. That's Jaden Brown. Never mind. Alvarenga is stretching up on the sideline, though. We'll see if he starts getting some kicks in.
Valley can run one more play here, which they have another timeout. But you got to hold on to that football for this probably their last play. I don't see them passing this at all.
You run it here. This might have to be your last play because you're going to want to run it here and then maybe run it down all the way to about 3 seconds, call your last timeout, and send out Rico for the game-winning kick.
Man, I'm glad I'm not a kicker. I feel for those guys. There's so much pressure on them, but we'll see what the Tigers can do here. 2nd down and 8, 19 seconds left. Damon Head in the backfield, 2 tight ends motioning to the left. DeGroot takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Head, running left side up past the 15. He is spun down at the 14 with 14 seconds left.
Drain the clock.
It's at 10.
Taking
Now
it
it's
all the way
down to 5, 4, 3, and a timeout will be called by Gary Swenson.
Here it is.
32-yard kick, I believe.
Yep.
Around there?
Yep, ball is at the 14.5-yard line, so this would be about a 32-yard field goal.
Here's a season.
And I don't think there's a guy that the Tigers trust more than Rico Alvarenga. He puts in a lot of work. I've seen him personally at kicking camps. He puts in the work, and I think that he lives for these moments.
Absolutely capable of hitting this, no doubt about it. This is about PAT range, a little bit closer would be PAT range, but he's 17 out of 17 on PATs. So he's certainly capable of making this field goal.
Gotta knock on wood there. Not trying to be superstitious, but can't risk it. So now, Rico Alvarenga on senior night. He is hyping up the crowd. He's right in the middle of the field.
The Ankeny student section.
And they're going to Ankeny will call a timeout.
Ice the kicker.
And the entire Ankeny student section slid down to the opposite side of the away bleachers so that they can make some noise.
Was that Rico hyping up the crowd as he took his steps back?
Yeah, he was hyping him up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't look like he is feeling stressed.
No way.
Alex, out of all the games you've announced, would you think this would be one of the craziest games?
This is one of the craziest games. I'm trying to think even back to last year, because we didn't do the playoff games. This is probably like one of the craziest games I've seen, except when it would have been a few years ago, homecoming, Valley beat Ankeny. That was one of the best moments that I've seen. And here, Valley Ankeny, senior night, just as big of a moment. Rico Alvarenga, 3 seconds left. Tigers down 2. It's about a 31-yard field goal. Kick is up. And it is good! And the Tigers pull off the comeback. They keep their season alive. They will win 24-23. What a kick by Rico Alvarenga. That was close. It had a little more arc on it than a lot of people would have liked, but he gets it done. Rico Alvarenga, the man of the hour.
The players are going absolutely crazy, and here comes the student section. They're rushing the field.
Storming the field. This is
The 80s trying to get all of them out, but why?
You can't stop them. You can't stop that many kids. What a play. What a final 7 minutes.
They're all coming on the field. What a moment if you're a Tiger.
Man, for a while there, it looked bad, but the Tigers prevail. They make the comeback. I'd say I believe in miracles after seeing this. Great job by the Tigers, and you can tell the Hawks are definitely defeated. This might bump them out of having home field advantage in the playoffs. That was something coming into this game. If the Tigers win, they could possibly make it in as one of the worst seeds, like 14, 15, 16, and if Ankeny lost, or if Ankeny won, they would get home field advantage. So now it looks like they might get bumped out. Valley, it's looking good for the Tigers.
Absolutely. Going into Marshalltown next week, they should definitely take care of business. They'll have to play on the road somewhere, but this is a huge confidence booster.
And look out, once this team gets to the playoffs, they'll probably be having to play on the road at one of the top seeds if they get there, but don't count them out because they played both Dowling and Southeast Polk close at the start of this season.
And I think now with Drake DeGroot, he's been looking great. Like, he still has some mistakes. He's a sophomore. You're going to expect that. But Damon Head and Darius Mason, the two-headed monster in the backfield, have both stepped up, and they have helped out this team greatly. And now with DeGroot ready, I think that they can make a little push in the playoffs.
Very good Ankeny side. Ankeny played a great game of football, but came down to the end. The Tigers sneak it out, and they just make that field goal to win the game. What a night.
Wow. And now Sweet Caroline playing in the background. You just gotta love this. I feel amazing for those guys. Like,
here comes the students.
Oh yeah, all the students rushing in with the football team. Man, I bet all those people who left early wish that they would have stayed for this. The rain it's not really raining heavy anymore, but it's a magical night here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines.
Rushing the field and Sweet Caroline on the speakers, I can't help but think about some Iowa State football. What a moment.
You have to believe that when the guys look back and think of like their greatest memories, it's either going to be beating Dowling last year in overtime to make it or beating Dowling in short time to make the championship game, or it would be this game, senior night, game-winning field goal from Rico Alvarenga.
I was thinking about, Rico's career has kind of been unfortunate. He's been putting in a lot of work, and he hasn't really had a lot of field goals attempted, but he gets his chance in one of the biggest games of his life, pretty much the biggest game of everyone's life on this football field here, and it looks like they're going to go to the playoffs as long as they take care of business next week.
So that will do it for our broadcast. I'm Alex Worth alongside Johnny Reynolds and Britton Morrow. Thank you for tuning in for Valley Football with us, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.